So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Swift Current Curling Club. This is the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown quarterfinals. Kevin Cooey of Calgary taking on Evan Van Amsterdam of Edmonton. My name's Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone, joined by Ryan Jakes, Team Jakes, competitor in this event, and producer extraordinaire.
Oh, that means a lot, Jerry. Yeah. Good morning, well, I guess afternoon to you where you are, but yeah, it's going to be in a very exciting men's quarterfinal here in Swift Current.
So I've got the cameras, joystick video game here, you've got the buttons, and we're going to tell a little story today as well with the game going on here.
Stories are fun.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Hey, I'm going to have to hop in and out a little bit here, but I figure I'd keep you guys company.
Absolutely. Certainly don't mind here. If you want to jump into Carruthers Collider, I know Mark No is taking that one over too. So if that is a possibility, I'm sure he wouldn't mind some help too.
Okay, if that's where you want me to go, that's where I'll go. But hey, everybody, thanks for enjoying this game. Enjoy the pleasant musings of Jerry today. Special treat. You don't get this often, folks.
No, we don't do this very often anymore. But every once in a while, and, you know, this is a rematch of last year's Alberta Provincial Championship final. Kevin Cooey, the veteran, still managing to hold his grasp tight on that Alberta title. Isn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, so far so good. They're still looking pretty good this season. Had a very solid run at the Olympic trials just last week, and seeing what they can do here in Swift.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to say what's going on with Team Cooey and why they haven't had more success, to be honest. And you know, you add a player like Tyler Tardy to the lineup, and you would think that would be a big upgrade, and you know, you'd expect to still see this team in the slams, and it just has never jived, though you do see the odd bit of big success out of this team. They're the reigning champion here. They've beaten some very good teams to get into the playoffs here. Joel Returnez was their latest victim last evening in the qualifying game, and now, you know, you can't count Cooey out from winning this thing, even though he's ranked now somewhere in the high 20s, 30s, maybe even.
Yeah, I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but yeah, we had a chance to play them this week in Swift Current, and they were firing on all cylinders. So
yeah, you guys were the victim of that shot Tyler Tardy made too.
I know, that was incredible. I still have nightmares about that, even though I'm now wide awake.
Yeah, that's always the danger with those teams, right? You got to go toe to toe and put pressure on them, but it's, you know, those are the teams that throw those big shots every once in a while and make them on you.
Absolutely. Well, it comes with the territory.
Here's Tyler here. First of the third stones. Karek Martin, Aaron Sluchinski on the brushes. The team did make a lineup change this season. It was Sluchinski throwing third last year, Tardy throwing second. And I do remember seeing an interview or reading something about this. I think it was Tyler talking about it. And it was just the change they believed in skill set. You know, and you know, Tyler's more of a touch player, and I think Aaron's skill set maybe fits better for this team at second, and you know, we'll see if they can, you know, their real season is the playdowns coming up, provincials, trying to get back to that Briar.
Absolutely. So just want to make sure they have the right lineup for that, and I agree. I think it kind of matches up the skill sets and what they're really good at out on the ice.
So we got the chat open here. Megan Edwards popping in, another team that you know, the skills were there, but maybe, you know, the chemistry hasn't fit or something hasn't gelled to get results. Caitlin Law's team. You know, sometimes you can be too nice to each other. You know, you look at a team like Laws, they're all good friends and they all, you know, get along really well, it seems. And, you know, you look at the same thing with Cooey's team, you know, they're all calm, quiet individuals and nobody's rocking the boat. You know, sometimes you wonder if that's enough do you need that in your team to keep that pushing and growing that team?
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to have a little bit of edge on you if you want to keep things fresh out there.
So this is Parker Conshoe. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
A little bit of a lineup change this week. So Evan is apparently off gallivanting in Louisiana on a river cruise with Paige Papley. So nice. They have Glenn Venance, another solid Alberta player, but also playing out of BC recently, filling in, and they've been doing just fine without Evan so far this week. So
You know what? That's a team that's taken a big step forward this year as well, and has
absolutely
had a ton of success on tour.
Lots of points, lots of money.
Absolutely, and then, you know, you saw the same thing at a Team Casper. Skipper was away for the Henderson Fall Classic, and everybody else moved up the position, and you know, they ran to the final still. You know, that's great to see out of a team when, you know, your leader is gone. And you can still go out and have a great performance. You know, that bodes well for everybody going forward, I think, because now, you know, everybody's played a little bit of a different position and there's feel for what everybody else has to do out there too now. Just a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that really only works when you have success doing it.
Yeah. So far, this is looking to be a fairly successful end for Team Van Amsterdam so far. Coming up a bit short there from Kevin. That's not what he's going to want. But he might be eyeing up some sort of angle run back with that shot he just threw. They're able to sink another one in there.
Yeah, getting the angles and the positioning of this stone is critical here right now. Now you see Jeremy Hardy looking at going to the wide splitting those yellows up. Anywhere you go around the middle towards the button, you're liable to set up an angle that might hurt you. Shout out to Papa Cooey. Fred Cooey's watching from Lake LaBerge, Yukon. I bet you it's colder up there right now. Maybe. Well, maybe not. It's pretty cold where you guys are right now, isn't it?
It was minus 25 yesterday and the day before, but I think it's gotten a lot better. It's when we left the ice yesterday morning after our Cooey game, we were pleasantly surprised with how similar it was to being in the ice rink. It was only about -3 if I remember correctly.
Nice. You're back home in Edmonton area now, and what's the weather like back there?
-9, and we got freezing rain overnight. So I went to run out for some between games pasta and had to scrape off my windshield so hard. So
this is Jeremy Hardy here. His first stone. Just trying to lie to in a safe position. Get that back as far as possible so the freeze doesn't outcount the front one. But then, the freeze to the front one outcounts the back one. And that looks like the potential call there.
Yeah, Cooey's got some room to work with here. He should know the weight after his first throw. I'm sure he can adjust quite well.
Here we go. Cooey's last here in the first end.
Oh my. Bounces wide open. I think there's air past that guard.
Yeah, not a great leave there. Just a little too heavy. And that's, when you look at that, you could have been short on the top one or deep to the back one, right?
Yep. Lots of margin in the middle, but not that.
Sorry about that. I was just fixing some, getting the last game live there. I guess I had missed pushing it to go. Anyways, last stone here, first end. Cooey, Van Amsterdam. Jeremy Hardy with the toss. Hit for 3. And it's good. Team Van Amsterdam will take an early 3-0 lead here at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. This is the quarterfinals Sunday morning.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
The The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
They beat us. And we're back. All right. Then Amsterdam gets 3 in the first end. Cooey now looking to respond. Rock goes in. Kark Martin with the corner guard here. So a bit of a surprise, Ryan, there. First end, Cooey slides heavy, bounces open, and kind of gives a gift to Team Van Amsterdam. Last rock thrower, Jeremy Hardy.
Absolutely. Did not see that one coming. Kevin had a good chance for a come around on his first, and just came up short and was in trouble ever since. Maybe a bit of an over adjustment. He didn't want to come up short again, bounced off, and here we are, up 3-0.
That's Glenn Van Ants filling in this weekend, throwing lead stones. But yeah, Glenn, runner-up in the BC Championships last year, and at one point, you thought he had that title won. Had a good grip on it, and it was Cameron DeYoung's team who kind of snapped that away at the end. But yeah, he's back on the ice here after seemingly taking the year off.
And I was talking to him on Friday. He's been doing a lot of sparing for different teams too. Came to Alberta, I think it was 4 times with 3 or maybe even 4 different teams.
So is he living in BC now? Or does he live in BC? Or is he a Peace region kid?
I'm not sure where he's living right now. If I had to guess, it would be somewhere in the Edmonton area.
Okay, yeah. He played with Karsten Sturmey previously, correct?
Yes.
So,
yeah, he was working at a golf course in Edmonton, but we haven't talked too much over the last year or two.
Now you see that where quota player will take a year off and then they'll spare with a bunch of teams, and as a player trying to break into the game and find the right mix, that's a great way to get out and get to know people.
For sure.
It's Aaron Sluchinski here. Clean cut.
Yeah.
He's no longer Jason Momoa, Poseidon of the Sea.
But he had a good time with that. But I guess it's time to switch it up.
Switch it up. Let's roll the dice. I think Team Cooey's looking for everything they can find. Find that magic again. Here we go. All right. Try Try to get around that corner with the dig. That rock in the back is certainly helpful for QUI right now. Chance for a 3 building here. He's going to play the hit and roll here.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, frozen
roll in front of that red one would be a good shot. Or
I think they're trying to get under the corner, yeah. Yeah, sits on the outside of that corner.
Does the trick. Those corner chases are always dangerous. If you hit the guard, you might just raise them into the house and then they hit to sit 4. So he's going to be happy going after the open one for a bit.
Jason Ginter. Just catches enough of it.
Oh dear.
Oh, does not push it out.
I got very lucky with the jam in the back. Jammed on his own rock, and now it's sitting 3rd shot.
Yeah, still not great. A downweight double gets them both.
Pushes it behind the corner guard. It's got to hurt.
Yeah, precarious position here. It's just reset back to the overhead here. All right, I got the camera back in position. It's Tyler Tardy here. Soft weight double the call? Or is he just rolling in front?
Either way, he's looking to punish Team Van Amsterdam for that shot.
You know, this is the daily Tyler Tardy reminder. If you're a Tardy fan, go follow him on social media. If you're a curling fan, go follow Tyler Tardy on your social media. There's Instagram, TikTok, all the in the know ones right now.
He's got lots of great content. So highly recommend. And a nice roll from him there. It's going to be difficult for Team Van Amsterdam to separate these yellow rocks for the rest of the end. We all know how good Kevin QUI is at doubles. In our game yesterday, he made a double takeout and roll out for the blank. So you always got to be watching out.
Yeah. Give me the overhead again here. Let's see what they're looking at. Like if you're Van Amsterdam here, what are you doing? Like they're looking at going wide around here, right?
Yeah. It's great if you make it. Then it'll be hard to get that side red in play.
Yeah, and if you ever, yeah, you do kill the back side red. So now you're really, this turns this end into a deuce if you make a good shot here.
Yep. Would
the
be nice
risk
if
you say
spin
is,
a little bit.
Yeah. You want to get inside a little bit. The risk is hitting the guard into the rings. You mentioned that earlier too.
Or even if it floats here and you jam it on the yellow and you wish you never even threw it.
Yeah, got to be right. Got to be perfect here. Jason Ginter, Van Amsterdam. Ginter works for Curling Alberta. And just rubs the guard. Oh, boy. You know what? Not so bad. He played a really nice weight on that so that, you know, if it did curl too much, it wasn't a disaster. He does open up that stone. So there is a double there now with the rock in the middle, too.
And he ticked that guard to a pretty good spot. If a yellow rock could get behind those two guards, like there might be a hole, but it's so tight. So that actually might have worked out very well in their favor if Jeremy Hardy can get a rock behind all of those. Whether it's a freeze or a double or a hit and roll. I'm sure that's what Kevin's thinking about now. How do we keep this deuce or even 3 points alive? You can't get too greedy just yet. There's still 2 rocks to come for Van Amsterdam.
Yeah, these teams are too good to play for threes against. You got to lock in your 2, and then, hopefully you get a little bit of a mistake that gives you a chance for 3.
Exactly.
Last stone here for Tyler Tardy. Team Cooey with the hammer.
Interesting. Are they playing a tap back on this? I'm having flashbacks.
Genius. This is genius. We talk about this guard being the problem stone in a lot of ways, right? So maybe, they're looking at, let's tap it in.
Maybe roll back to a corner.
Yeah.
And then everyone's happy, except for Team Van Amsterdam.
Yeah, this game is getting so damn good. The shot making, the calls, the creativity. Oh, double guard here.
Ooh.
Not quite what they wanted, I don't think. But close.
Yeah, great try. Just had to curl up a little more. Maybe needed a touch more weight to get it into the house, even with a bit more curl. Team Cooey still looking pretty good this end. So the question for me is, do you try to freeze on the nose of that red and your stone's in the open, but the jam's lined up, or do you freeze behind the guards and hope they don't make a chase and tap you into the back of the house or even through?
Yeah, still has to be a good rock here from Hardy.
Yeah. Jeremy Hardy coming down with the freeze. Curling it a bit. Needs to move over so it doesn't bounce off at all. Oh, looks like he's got a great shot. Moved it a bit, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that. But maybe not against Team Cooey here. You hit within half of that yellow. I think they're sitting 3.
Yeah, I think so too. Out the side door, under the other one.
And the worst part is it's Kevin's out turn. We all know how much he loves the feel of that out turn release. He's going to be close on this. Yeah, I have to wonder how much weight he's throwing at this. So you have to play it really tight to the guard. So it might not be his full peel weight. But I think
it's really just about getting.
Enough.
Yeah, it's just about hitting it on the right angle with whatever weight you throw. You want that rock going backwards, not flying too fast either.
For sure.
Stick it. You want to stick it on that yellow, so the harder you throw it, the more difficult that becomes. So, yeah, probably a nice normal weight here. Kevin Cooey, first here in the second end. Looking pretty good. Oh, just not quite the right angle on the one out the back door.
Yeah, if they swept it a little harder, I think they would have had it.
So hit it thinner, just a little thinner.
Just a hair.
Yeah, I'll get another look here.
By the guard, no problem.
Yeah, just a little thinner. Slices it a little bit more. Sticks it on the back.
Well, still looking pretty good. It's tough to chase either of those red ones.
Yeah. You know what? It's going to be a hard shot to get rid of one of those two. So you might as well play the hard shot in the middle where you might steal. Top four, giddy up. Like you got to dig or you got to run on the outside too. And chances are you're going to miss anyways, you know.
Yeah.
Depending on your chances you make that. It's probably less than a 50% shot in a lot of cases. Fresh ice early in the game. So,
for sure.
Go for the upside here.
Yeah, make Kevin make a tougher shot. Don't give him a draw to the ocean.
So the ice here about 3 feet of curl. Not as much as you expect to see, and I know previous years in Swift Current it's been, quote, I think normal curl. Have you heard why we haven't seen as much curl this week?
Not really. I heard someone say one of the ice makers they flooded last week.
Yep.
And the curl just wasn't there for whatever reason. Still enough to work with, but maybe not as much as some of the top players are used to seeing.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I don't think it's a bad thing that you have conditions that are a little different from time to time, and it, forces the players to be more creative and learn a few things out there and actually read the ice too.
Yeah, and it keeps them sharp too. So Absolutely. They can adjust to maybe the ice is a little different from slam to slam. So just keeping the curlers on their toes.
Yeah, someone was mentioning the cold weather may have played an issue in not getting so much curl as well. I'm sure some of the experts can chip in on that, but it's been it's still been a fun week of curling and lots of great shot making. We got Kevin Cooey here, last rock, looking for the dig.
Yeah.
Throwing the in-turn here.
Yeah, a bit of a struggle on both rocks in the first end. Made a nice slash double on the previous shot. And let's see if he can turn this game around and even up the score.
Kevin Cooey, last rock here, second end. Couple mistakes in the first, looking to bank them back here. Kark Martin hard on the sweep, trying to get the curl, looking pretty good. Chips it back, now it's a race. And it is
just enough.
Three for Kevin Cooey. Let's see that again, Ryan. What a shot.
My goodness. Look at that carve. That is quite far out there.
Yeah, great sweep there from Kark Martin. Makes it go. And then you see the race here. You see who's going to hold on. Tardy the winner. We're all even now, 3-3, heading to 3. RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown quarterfinals. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
To throw it. And we are back here. Third end. Threes are wild. Let's see that shot again from Kevin Cooey after this comes to rest here. See Karrick Martin here make this move hard on the sweep. And they just get enough. What a shot. So now back to the drawing
exciting
board.
Curling.
Yeah, back to the drawing board. We're back to where we started. 6th end game.
I hope we can see even more deuces and threes. Keep all you fans engaged in this game.
Well, yeah, these are the types of games that you want to see on an average curling game, right? Like when you tune in, it's like I think the baseball comparison is really good. Like we all, you know, many of us Canadians followed the Blue Jays run this year, and it was always, you know, it was a 1-0 game is exciting in the playoffs, right? When something's on the line. So, you know, when those games have something of additional things to matter, you know, the excitement is there. But for a regular season, regular spiel event, you know, that's kind of, you know, there is no extra excitement to juice the game.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that was wrong. Let's go get Glenn Van Ants here. Again, for anybody just tuning in, Glenn throwing lead stones here for Team Van Amsterdam. Evan away on vacation, taking a weekend. This team has been very busy this year, curling.
Mm-hmm. So it's well-deserved.
Absolutely. So they've got a busy season coming up as well. The Alberta Provincial Championships, first week of January. You will be playing in that. Team
Yes.
Jakes has an entry.
Yeah, and
So
we
that would
have
Go ahead.
we have yet to play Team Van Amsterdam yet this season. We played Cooey twice, lost both games, but we're going to be looking to turn that record around in Okotoks beginning of January.
Absolutely, Ryan. I know you guys keep banging away at it and changed the lineup up this year. You got Cole Adams with you, another good young player that I think you grew up with, didn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've played against each other for basically a decade, so it's nice to finally join forces.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing the Alberta Curling Tour names come through because we host the scores for a lot of the events, so we follow those names, and now you guys are going into that event in Okotoks. Mike Libas and his crew there are hosts extraordinaire, and we're looking forward to being there for production as well. So we'll be streaming that through YouTube on Curling Zone and Curling Alberta's YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, and I'm sad I won't be able to produce that, but maybe I could commentate the odd game.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening there. Hopefully you're too busy.
Yep, that's
we
the
don't
plan.
want you working for us. I want you to be fired for the weekend.
Yes. Going all the way to Sunday.
Yeah, it's hard to get fired around here. Usually when you struggle, you get more games, not told to leave.
Yep.
Parker Konshu. Open end here.
Yeah, almost had the triple on the previous shot. It was queued up pretty nicely. Oh.
Just a little too much roll. Tyler Tardy. This will be a pretty straightforward end now. Open end. Kick him down, blank the end.
Ooh, maybe that rock looked like it grabbed something. Yeah, Kevin's pointing.
Yeah, they got a little lackadaisical on that one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Maybe,
It's when Tyler rolls out on an open hit, usually something else went wrong. I'm pretty sure he played 100% against us yesterday.
You know what? I just watched a replay on that, and Aaron was cleaning that stone all the way down. So no issue there from the sweepers. So bit of a almost caught them by surprise there. That's why you got to be sharp all the time here, always in the game.
Absolutely. Guiding this one into the house. I don't think either team's going to be upset to keep it simple this end after a pretty chaotic first two ends.
Yeah, it'll be a good opportunity to get me back in the groove here with the cameras as well.
Multitasking.
Whoops. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's finish it strong here. Jason Ginter. So yeah, Jason Ginter organizes a lot of the events with Curling Alberta. I deal with him with the Curling Alberta scores and results every week. So, you know, he's always on double duty on these weekends as well.
In fact, I got a text from him between these production games this morning that I have to respond to. He's looking for a curling coach for a youth development camp. So I might be doing that next weekend.
That's great. Those are good opportunities that come out of the game. And I think, you know, I really love seeing what Curling Alberta has done with the organization. You know, when you see a lot of the curlers working for the organization, you know they're doing some things right. You know, they're really connected into what is going on.
For sure. Oh, quite a few rollouts this end.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the kind of half-shot mistakes that we're getting here.
You know, sometimes when the shot is so easy, you you don't focus enough on it and you miss it. I wonder if a bit of that's going on.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more of that now with what you can do to make that rock move, right? We were talking in the break, and I think you estimated that, sweep to curl, we can make a rock move half a rock more. In the past, you didn't have that kind of room for error on that side of the stone, right? So, shots like that, I think Keith Keller mentioned it, a split guard shot in the chat. Was what Cooey was playing the other end. That was a shot, you couldn't play in the past with efficiency without being able to make it curl a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's really brought up the shot making in the game too, when you look at, how it affects the game. It's Jeremy Hardy's turn here. Open end. Team's hitting out 2 blank. These are the blank ends that we all want to get rid of somehow.
Yeah.
where we got to spend 10 minutes talking about Dave Schmel's cooking show. And
yes.
That he makes. But, you got to tell stories. You got to have stories to tell in these scenarios. So I guess that was the end there. Let's go to commercial.
Hey, Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan. Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
And we are back here. 4th end action. Blank end for Team Van Amsterdam. Pretty simple half end there after it broke down early. And now we're center guard, corner guard to start. Ryan, you got some score updates from our other quarterfinals matches?
Yes, I sure do. So this game, of course, tied 3-3 in the 4th end. We have Bruce Mowat and Mike McEwen playing in another quarterfinal. Bruce Mowat scored 1 in the 1st end and then stolen in the 2nd end, up 2-0. Ross White versus Matthew Blandford. That is 3-2 for Blandford in the 4th end. And we have Team Carruthers versus Team Kleider. And they are currently tied 2-2 in the 4th end, and Carruthers has the hammer.
Nice, all tight games, all available to watch on Curling Zone and the Swift Current Curling Club YouTube channels. Just search for either of those, and we'd love you if you subscribe to both. Yeah, exciting games out there. You had a tangle with Bruce Mowat, did you not?
Yes, did not go so well. It was our first game of the event, so struggled with the ice a bit. But it's cool to play against them.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the chance to see them up close and feel what it takes to take them on.
It was cool to see their sweeping in action. They're so close to the rock, ready to jump in at any moment, whether they need to go straight or they want to curl it over.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have that one on as a feature, I believe, too, didn't we? So you got some nice close looks at it for later.
Yes. But we may be a bit biased. And this is the game we want to be seeing for all you fans watching.
Absolutely. It's great to have you on board, Ryan. Your expertise behind the scenes playing in these events. You're what, mid-20s, so 26, 27?
25 right now.
25. Okay, yeah. So you
Still
got a
lots
long
of time.
Yeah, you got a long road ahead, and this is, as we see here with old man Cooey still on the ice, battling away. This is a game of experience, and it's great to see you guys continue to do that and offer up your expertise here too at the same time.
Nope. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Jerry.
All right, it's Parker Conshoe now. House layout looks really good for Van Amsterdam. Rocks in the back. Playing around the middle.
Sitting second shot. It's not getting any closer to the center, but could still come into play.
Yeah, I think these are... that's a big mistake, to be honest, because now you just left Kevin Cooey essentially another guard. And so double guard in the center, things are more complicated out there. And
Cooey likes complicated. I'm pretty sure that's his middle name.
Absolutely. Aaron Sluchinski throws second stones for Team Cooey.
Trying to sink this one behind everything. Lost behind the guards.
Yeah, I love this call. Attack in the middle, be aggressive. You sit first and second shot now. No obvious doubles. Yeah, this... I think you go back to Van Amsterdam's call. I would have loved to hit that center guard and roll to another corner instead.
Mm-hmm.
Then you open up that middle, then you don't risk making it complicated in the middle and getting yourself into trouble. Because here's that question I throw to you. If I did that to you, you hit the center guard and roll to the corner, what do you do as the team without Hammer? Are you throwing a center guard?
Oh, good question. Like to keep it a little simpler, my gut reaction would be to just hit the back yellow. Keep the house clear of opposition rocks.
Yeah, and I've got the hammer. I'd love that. I'd love that call.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
you calling that.
Yep.
And now, with all of a sudden, it's Van Amsterdam makes a great shot. Sorry, that was.
It was Parker. Yeah, he made up for it.
Yeah, that was a brilliant shot. Now, looking pretty good for Van Amsterdam's team. Let's see what the Magic Man has in store here.
Well, it's not a double run back, so I don't know if he's going to make this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's anybody who spends more time in a curling club than Tyler, it seems.
Yeah.
With all the things he sets up and the shots he throws and the precision it takes to make those shots.
Yep. He's very dedicated. Lives fairly close to the Okotoks Curling Club, just at the very south tip of Calgary. Now a chance for Jason Ginter to put some pressure on, take advantage of a miss. This end sure has turned around quickly.
Yeah, there's good reason this team has been so good this year.
It's because they haven't played us yet.
You know what? It's you look where Evan's team was last year, and you know it's putting in the work, playing the events. You know, at some point, you know, growth isn't linear, I think is the statement, right? You know, it can spike. You find it, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, this is so easy. When you finally figure out that secret sauce, right?
Yeah.
So it's you know, that's the hard work going in there, and that's you know, that's what it's great to see with Van Amsterdam's team having the breakout year. I think they were, you know, I'm sorry going off head here. I definitely didn't do any research ahead of this, but I know we had them in the final of the Saville Grand Prix. They went to playoffs in Penticton. Yeah, a whole bunch of other great results on the season so far.
Yeah, I know Stu Sells was a solid event for them also out in Ontario.
Yeah. Playoffs in Sault Ste. Marie as well. They beat, I remember doing this game now, they beat Matt Dunstone in the quarterfinals, knocking out the hometown favorite from the event. So I know that was a run back for 3 late in the game to take the lead, and they held on for the win. So yeah, some big wins this year. Again, they're in the mix for the Players' Championship at the end of the year, I believe, too, which is only the top 12 teams on the World Team Rankings.
Ooh, that would be a good opportunity.
If anybody hears a barking dog in the background, just apologies here. It's every once in a while pops up. We are
trying to time in on what Team Van Amsterdam should play.
Yeah, it's we've got blizzard-like conditions in London right now. Big time snow coming down.
Oh dear. So it can't be the mailman he's barking at.
So yeah, here, what are we doing?
That's a tough situation. Pretty makeable for Kui to come in and tap that red one, just nuzzle it up, sit shot rock. So I don't know if you can hit enough of that tight yellow guard without touching the other yellow in order to run it onto the red rock. I'm not sure there's room there.
Yeah, bit of a mistake there on the previous shot. Kind of left those two angled the way they are.
Yeah.
Let's see what Ginter has here.
Oh, Jason's saying, whoa. Is it going to curl over? Oh, touched the wrong guard first.
Yeah, just.
Oh, those angles are not looking too good even after that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really have an option on the other side because everything goes. The red in the back counts. Again, you know, I go back to that decision the team made to go around the center guard.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the mess that has resulted from it.
Well, and it was such a precise shot. We all saw what happened when they were top 12. If you're T-line, back button, it's possibly even worse.
Yeah.
And Team Kui welds one on, and you're never seeing daylight. Not that we see much daylight in December in Swift Current anyways, or really anywhere in Canada, I suppose. Team Kui taking a hard look at some sort of hit off that side yellow. They were looking at, as Tyler motioning there, doing a double takeout. They were also looking at the thick double on the top two. Kevin can throw it hard enough for that, I think, to at least roll into the side, or just rolling towards the pocket. Just get a nice angle in there, maybe set something up for the next shot.
Yeah, the good news here for Van Amsterdam is their shot. Like the very good news.
Yes.
Because they're in trouble. Now Kui has to take a chance to become shot stone. And, you know, the risk then is leaving something that gives Van Amsterdam the opportunity to actually score 2 or 3. Because there's a lot of yellows in the rings right now, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So is he playing actually into shot stone, trying to get shot, or is he just trying to roll in front here?
Yeah, I think they settled on just the roll. You need a bit of weight to make that double, just because it has to come off the red. So yeah. I think he's just going to try to spin it in there. Kevin taking an extra second. Coming out now. Can he make the roll? It's really curling hard.
Oh,
maybe he's going for the double now.
Interesting. Ooh. Not bad.
When he hit, I thought it was going to turn out a lot worse. I thought he was going to chip his red out in the open and also roll open.
Yeah, there's no double on the other side. In fact, that takes the yellow out. Kui likes that shot on his next one. Mm-hmm. And the dig is there the other way too, potentially, isn't it?
I don't quite think there's enough curl to make that well enough. Get it out of the forefoot, but
so if you're Kui, you're
freeze,
playing,
take it away.
Yeah, freeze and then set. Yeah, that's too late. You can't set up there.
Yeah.
But anything Van Amsterdam throws on the right that isn't played properly still leaves a great angle for Kui.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is danger over here for Jeremy Hardy here. So they're going to try and hit and roll in. Take it away.
Yeah. They really got to get at least to the nose. If you hit it anywhere high side, big trouble. Big trouble.
I don't love nose either. Kui just hits it back and runs it.
Yeah.
Runs it, right?
That is true.
And then sits 2 potentially buried.
You always have that out-turn draw, but, well, we haven't seen phenomenal precision on those draws so far today. Jason Ginter working hard on this one. Oh, did they overcook it? Oh, it's looking pretty close.
Oh, this is nice. To the inside. Ooh. Not enough. Kui nose hits this now. Catches his stone. The thinner he hits it, the better he stays buried.
And the good news for Van Amsterdam is it will be pretty tricky even for Kevin to stick the red top 4. So they're bound to have some outturn draw. But it might be facing 2 or 3.
Yeah. The best way not to miss hard shots is to not put yourself into your position to have to make them.
Yep.
This is a mess. Potentially. Again, there's some very good news right now for Team Van Amsterdam.
Yep.
They are still shot stone.
Yeah, like you said, all this could have been prevented with a simple center guard peel.
No, just hit and roll.
Corner.
Yeah, hit and roll.
Yeah, for all the youth curlers out there watching, keep it simple. Play the easy shots. Yeah.
With the hammer.
Yeah.
And then in reverse, you want to do this to the teams you're playing against when they have him. Make them make hard shots and take advantage of them. So now it just comes down to the risks of playing this shot. You know, you hit it too thin, you nut it, the red bounces out, shooter rolls away, and there's a potential hit for... Is there any chance Van Amsterdam could have a shot for 2?
Oh, I think if Kevin hits it just wrong, I think he catches the back 8 rock on the way, and he could leave a hit for 4.
Around the other side, yeah.
Yeah. That would be incredibly unlucky.
Yeah, these are always the risks you take when you take a chance here.
Yep.
All right, try again.
He's going for it. All right, let's see what Kevin's got here.
All right, there we go. All right.
Not throwing it very hard. Oh!
Just missed it on the way by.
Yeah, they were really going for that thin slice so they could stay top 4. But now they're going to leave a little window of opportunity for Jeremy Hardy here to draw full 4-foot.
Yep. Live dangerously.
Yep.
And it looks like it paid off here for Team Van Amsterdam. There we go. Sorry, folks. Had some issues getting this camera reset. I think I hit the wrong button and it locked things up for a moment.
Oh, no worries. There's a lot of moving parts to these streams.
Absolutely, and I don't do this very often anymore either, so it's fun to be back in the chair once in a while. All right, here, last rock. Jeremy Hardy needs maybe just a hair better than full 4. Jason Ginter, Parker Conshu on the brush. Bringing it in. Looks close. Need some breaks. Need some breaks. Oh, so close.
I think they got it. Oh, they're pushing it away. That's a deuce.
Oh, boy. What a shot. Got that replay.
Oh, yeah. Why do we do it next set?
Yeah, bank it. We'll be right back here. Quarterfinals at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. We'll be right back.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
I have an idea.
Stats, wow.
All right, here we are back. Fifth end. We'll let this corner guard come to rest here. Let's see that shot. Cool, calm, comfortable. Jeremy Hardy. A little dusting from the front end. And it settles just in time. So now Team Cooey needs to bounce back here.
Oh, well, they did it in the second end. They can do it again here.
Absolutely. Kark Martin. He's kind of the veteran lead. Professional player. Every team wants a guy like Kark Martin to open up for you.
They can see a little bit of that red. Team Cooey's kind of teasing them into playing the chase, but they're just going to plug up the center line here.
Yeah. I love this position to open a game for the Hammer team. Because I feel this setup dictates your hammer team play so much that you make all the right calls to open things up. Because now what happens here is, what's Cooey going to call?
He's going to slam those yellows back.
There is no doubt what call you're going to make, right? You're going to hit that middle, you're going to hit it hard, you're going to hit it until it's gone.
Yep. But you've got a nice one behind the corner guard already.
Exactly. So, like, this order of operations turns this into the perfect way to play with hammer, because now you're doing the open the middle. So Chinsky here, double peel. These two should go. Oops.
Or.
Well, this is when execution becomes a problem. But even so, Cooey's approach is still going to continue likely to be smash the middle. And they've got 3 more chances to throw doubles.
Yep.
That, you know, they're going to probably make 2 of them, and there's a good chance they make 3. And if they make them, they've still got one under. Well, they've still got a chance to score.
Oh, my.
And we talk about the theory of it, and then, you know, the execution sometimes is the problem.
Yeah, I think the teams forgot what color they were here. This is...
you know, it's chess on ice, but, you know, the pieces sometimes forget how to move. And so it's intriguing here. You see, you know, now it comes down to, as an athlete, how do you respond to that miss? And how do you take advantage of an opportunity like this?
For sure. You have to reset and fully focus on the shot in front of you. Pretty long guard, but it's a nice angle. It's guarding the correct side of the rock.
Yeah, I think you just got to dig that red out and make Cooey put it back in a good spot.
Yeah, I agree. That's the simplest shot right now.
You know,
and then you have room to come around later.
Yeah, and throw the right weight so that, you know, you move that Cooey stone into the back house, because you might need some help later. And if you ever rub the guard, you kind of open some angles there, and your shooter might just spin in and for second shot.
Yeah.
And if you get second shot, at least temporarily, you outcount the front one. So a lot of good can happen in that spot, I think. But you need to find a way to get around. Or, you know what? And I think you would do this on ice that curled more. You're going to go around the red. Go back 4 around the red.
Yeah, that would be a sneaky spot.
You know, there is, you know, you hit this on the right angle in the front, you roll that yellow behind the red corners too. And I think that's the call here.
Would be a heck of a shot.
Absolutely. The request being put upon Jason Ginter. Real close. Oh. That's not a good result, though.
So close. Yeah, mismanaged a bit on the line call.
Yeah, those are hard to know for sure where you got to hit it, and then hits that and hits that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of luck sometimes. You just kind of got to be like, I think we got to hit it here. And
yep. See what happens.
Yeah, a lot of it is see what happens. You know, you guys are always so close. And somewhere in those ranges, it's going to work.
Yeah, curling's just one big guess. Well, some days it definitely feels like I'm guessing, yeah.
With adjustments, right?
Yes, yes.
Tyler Tardy here.
Educated guesses.
Yeah. Tyler Tardy going around the yellow. Cooey lying 3 now.
Yeah, it's a high-scoring game so far, and this end is shaping up to be yet another one. Let's see if they can stack some rocks higher in the house and get a double eventually. So Jason Ginter going for a hit on the open one. See if he can tuck a bit behind the guard. Oh. Yeah, a little disappointed from Jason that he wasn't getting behind the guard.
Just needed a little bit more curl. Still does make it a little bit more difficult for Cooey. He should not be able to get under the corner. He's going to have to roll hard across.
So did just well enough.
Yeah, Tardy, the man, though, makes good things happen.
To his own team. But I guess that's what he signed up for.
Here it is, though. A little bit of an overroll, so this accomplishes, you know, a slight improvement here for Van Amsterdam. Cooey now only lies 2, and, you know, there's options to go around and potentially hide something.
Yeah, a good option could be freezing to that top 8 rock. As long as you don't bounce off, you take that top 12 red out of play.
Yep. The other one they're looking at is around the corners and trying to sit shot under 2 guards.
Oh my.
The run back is the third option, and you know, this comes down to personal preference. This is the shot of the day, and you know what? For a team like Van Amsterdam, these are the kinds of shots that you have to be able to make on cue to beat the big boys too.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go make them. So straight run back, you could go nose. Otherwise, if it hangs out a little bit, you've got the option to hit it and roll under the other corner guard and top 12 still. Oh, so close, just on the outside. Again, though, it's better than it was.
Yep, does the main job. Looks like Kevin's electing to put it back. Now the run back's a rock longer. So just slightly trickier, but he just threw the path. So if he chooses the run back again, I think he'll be pretty close. But first, Kevin's got to put this in a nice spot.
Cooey's first stone here in the 5th end. Looking to put 2 back in the rings. Very nicely executed.
This looks very familiar.
Well, if you're going to call it on the first one, you might as well call it on the second one. No?
Yeah, I'd be tempted to play it again. I know the guard's very long, but it looks pretty tricky. You have to hit it a long way through the house. It's pretty much diagonal right across the house, 12 feet to get it out.
This is a very makeable shot to remove one of these stones, though, too, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like from here, I know Jeremy's taking a close look at how much he can see past the guard. It looks like they've committed to it.
Yeah. You know, with the right weight and the brushing, this is a makeable shot. So what do you say, 90%?
I'll say 80%.
Okay.
It's a bit of a tougher shot in a spot they might not have thrown many hits in.
And the run back to make contact.
But since he made the first one, I'll say also about 80%.
Okay. So I think you just missed the upside potential of the other shot.
Yeah. But Jeremy made it look easy. Maybe it was easier than I'm thinking.
Yeah. Those are all the questions I would ask when trying to make those kinds of calls, right? Like, how much are we going to make that? You know, what's the results of doing that versus that? And, that one was a case of he was really comfortable to make that go away. He's comfortable giving Cooey 2, keeping the hammer advantage in 6 in a tie game. It's all about managing that scoreboard.
Darn right.
So last rock here, 5th end. Kevin Cooey just needs to put this into play. Find paint for another point. Believe it, just a little bit better than that. There it is. And we're all squared up, heading to 6 quarterfinals at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. We'll be right back.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Help there, eh?
All right, here we are, 6th end. All right. Held on that time. You know what? That was a great setup end in the end. Well managed by Team Cooey to get there too. Get the score back even. Sometimes you just take what the other team's willing to give you.
Yeah, but tying this game up over and over again isn't going to cut it. Team Cooey's got to take the lead at some point here in the last 3 ends if they want a chance at the title here in Swift Current.
Yeah, and I think that's the challenge here, right? Like when you look at this, you were tied without to start, you were tied without in the third, and now again in the sixth. I think what curling teams need to do, patient aggression. Because taking that deuce to keep it tied is the being patient part, right? Like you don't have to risk it all in that third end or in the fifth end for 3 unless the opportunity presents itself, right? Like if your opponents make most of their shots, take the 2 and tie the game and let's try that again, right? And so like sometimes you don't want to force the issue where you don't have to, and that's the patience part. But then if they make a mistake and all of a sudden, hey, here's our chance for 3, and if we make it, we might get 4, 3, big end, and put ourselves in a real good position to win, then you take that chance.
Totally. Yep. Oh, the dreaded bounce.
Yeah. Always a game of chicken around the middle there.
It's tempting to try to freeze in the pocket, but Team Van Amsterdam has hammer here, so they don't need to junk up the middle.
Yeah.
Might have overcooked it just a bit early on. They were sweeping to hold it there. But at the end, it doesn't come up enough to roll behind the corner guard. Leaving a double takeout for Team Cooey. Oh, I'm not sure if that red stayed in the house. They would have much rather get the double there, or at least stay somewhere top house. Now Parker Conchu coming down with the soft weight hit. Sit 2 splitting the house. It's coming in nicely. And a well executed shot.
Nice lies 2 with hammer.
And this is exactly the kind of end setup that Team Van Amsterdam is and should be hoping for. It's wide open, lots of room around the corner guard. They can even use the center guard if they need to later. It's a great position.
Absolutely.
Let's see Let's see if Tyler Tardy has anything to say about that. Pretty good shot there.
So again, now it's just a matter of making the routine shots right. Staying focused, right? Jason Ginter here looking to make that hit and roll back to the outside. And now they're saying go
motioning
in.
For the curl.
Oh, yeah, needed a little bit to get us some roll. You definitely didn't want to roll out there. So you stay aggressive on the make sure it doesn't roll outside.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice shot there still. Tyler Tardy.
Oh, he might have popped this one a little bit wide. Oh, never mind. It's looking close.
Trying to hold it.
No, I'm all turned around here.
It's kind of lucky to make contact in the end. That thing was moving.
Wow.
So even you said it looked like on release that he put it out a little bit.
I thought so.
I don't know if you got a replay on that or not.
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't usually take replays of misses that are unnecessary.
Yeah. We're not mean over here.
Sometimes they do tell the game story, however, or they are funny and blooper reel type of misses. And, well, you know, we all have to laugh at ourselves sometimes. So,
oh, if someone falls down, I'm pressing the replay button. And some of our viewers may have seen the famed Jason Ginter sprawl fall, where he hits every rock in the house.
Yes, I can't remember for certain that shot. I may have not seen that one, but I might have to go look.
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's quite glorious.
We've
but
all
that
done
shot
it.
was not so glorious. You saw quite a reaction from Jason halfway down the sheet.
That's not so good. Yeah, again, those are the routine shots, right? And when you're focused and on, those are the shots you're making almost 100% of the time.
Absolutely.
Draw the house somewhere in the path of 12 feet is a rarely missed shot at this level. But again, that doesn't mean he's a bad player. It's it's a long game out there. There's many shots thrown, and this is an easy shot. And sometimes you take the foot off the gas just a tiny, tiny bit. And sometimes you just don't have the feel. There are those days too, right, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. You know it.
You know, those days where it's like, I can't hit the house, guys. There is no chance I'm making a draw today.
Yeah,
we got to
make
make
hit
hits.
and roll. I don't care how hard it is.
All right, here we go. Big sweep. Make it curl. Make it curl. Dig and roll. Very good shot. Very good shot.
Not well played. So if you're Team Van Amsterdam here, do you still go for the blank? You can see more than enough of that rock, or do you put it top four and hope for your deuce?
So if you hit and roll under, Kui is going to freeze to you?
Yeah. I don't know if he freezes if he knows it, but if you're fully under the guard, I think he's just lobbing it down to that.
And where do you think he is in his draw game right now that he's going to bounce that?
He struggled early on with draws, getting the right weight down, but he's a very experienced player. I'm sure he has it in his back pocket now.
Yeah, so that's sort of the question here, I think. Then I think here they're gonna. What do you think? Hit, roll in. Or are they gonna roll to the outside here?
Probably to the outside. It's just a little easier. Looks like it's going to, whether they like it or not. You gotta stick around here. Jeremy, you gotta stick around. Oh. Now that is a nibbler.
Is that top yellow one or top red one on?
I don't think so. If it's on, I think Jeremy's playing the draw to top 4.
Yes.
Or the freeze, yeah.
I think you're right. Okay. Blank end here coming, it looks like.
I'm sensing a pattern on the scoreboard. Big end tied up blank. Big end tied up blank.
Yeah, there's no, Cooey's behind. I always say, when you don't have the hammer in a tied game, you shouldn't be blanking it, because the less ends that you can score in, the worse it is. But it's worse to force things than force yourself into giving the other team 2 or 3. So, you know what? Kick the can down the road. Let's go to the 6th end.
Or the 7th end now.
We're
running out of time.
Yeah, it's always a case of running out of time. The blank sucks for running out of time, but don't make the shot and give them 2, and now really hurt yourself. So I'm just gonna be patient here. Take this to the 7th, and maybe make something happen there. Nice and easy. Yep. Easy goes. So heading to 7 now, tied at 5. Cooey, Van Amsterdam, quarterfinals here at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Mostly because And we are back, and I need to reset the camera. I am doing way too many things at once here. All right.
Oh, we appreciate the hard work, Jerry. The viewers, they have no idea how much stuff is going on back here. And to top it off, we're trying to keep you entertained with our voices.
So much fun. You know what? We would love to hear where everyone's watching from in the chat. We got, holy smokes, 800 and something people watching, 737 right now, I think. So really awesome. Thanks to everyone for tuning in this weekend, for liking the channel, for sharing the videos especially. That's the most important one. If you could, share this to your Facebook or to your Twitter or your Instagram or any of these things, cut highlights. We love it when you clip highlights from our stuff. Like, teams who do this stuff are awesome promoters of what we're trying to put out there for everyone. So, the whole point of putting this on YouTube for, quote, free is so that, we don't have to charge subscriptions for it. Right? Like, the alternative is, it's going to cost you money because it costs money to make these things happen. So, we need your help as fans who love free coverage of curling to help us promote this free coverage of curling. So anything you can do to help make that happen. These productions are put on from the living room of my house in London, Ontario. It's a small business. We grind every weekend to do this. And, we got people like you, Ryan, who we can give a gig job to. We pay a little bit and bring you on board, and you do a little bit of commentary and some production, and it's a bit of a part-time job for you. I feel like this is better than driving an Uber, to be honest.
Yep. I agree. I'd rather not just extract the value out of my vehicle slowly.
Yeah, so there's these kinds of opportunities, and the way gig economy works now, it's really flexible for people to pick this up, and we've got a great team of people that work with us, and we really appreciate the fact that they're definitely underpaid for what you guys do. So
but we appreciate all the opportunities and everything you've done for curling, Jerry, over the years, with Curling Zone and then now Curling Stadium. You've done so much for the sport. It's great to see it all coming together, and 800 of us all watching this, having a good time, being entertained, and seeing some of the best teams in Canada fighting it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think there's there's opportunity here. There's value in the advertising and the commercial time, and we're working on figuring out ways to put a value on that time. Like that RBC Dominion Securities Wealth Management logo in the back there, that's on the screen for a lot of people right now. We got 750 of, our very best friends watching along right now. And, that's a sponsor who has greatly supported curling for us here. And so, this is something we can try to figure out creates value for the sport, so that Chris Hikert and the Swift Current Curling Club can build events like this that can bring teams to town, and then they sell tickets in the facility for fans to come watch. It's all about building value out of this. And then, if we can figure out how to, give these sponsors good value, then, everybody benefits, the teams as well. Like QE sponsors. Of
course, the viewers getting good value out of these high quality streams. Absolutely.
Free. That's it. You don't have to pay for this. You can watch it on your TV, most people. And, this is for the B circuit. These are the events where everybody's grinding it out, trying to make enough points to get to the Grand Slams. And, this is where you figure it out. And QE's kind of fallen into this world, and they're trying to figure out how to get back into the Grand Slams and find that right magic again. And of course, you got Van Amsterdam, who I think has played himself into the Grand Slams this year. And, did it in events like this. So, these are important events for the tour. And if, to build these, Swift Current was a little bit of a, Field of Dreams model. This has been our best facility to, in how it's all been executed. Right? Like, it was a club with nothing being really hosted there. Chris Heichard wanted to bring events to town. And so we, let's put Curling Stadium in. Let's start some events. Let's find some sponsors. Let's build it all up from there. And, Chris and the Curling Club recently won a tourism award in Swift Current for bringing
that's
events
awesome.
to
I didn't
town.
know about that. They did a phenomenal job this weekend. The hospitality was fantastic. Had a very fun banquet on Friday night as well, where I got all the way to the final of the hot shots, and I missed my draw to the 8-foot. So. Almost went home with a fridge full of beer. Almost.
Wow. So you were the other guy that didn't get in the photo. I think I saw the photo of the guy who won.
Yep. It was tragic. But this has been a fantastic event, and we'll be looking to come back next year or maybe even later this season. I'm sure they'll be hosting some more events as we've seen in March and April.
Yeah, we'll see what the schedule works out to. I think, the second half schedule definitely has to be finalized right now.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to move events to a different club, but for Swift Current as a host, they do a bunch of great events for us. So it's always great to work with Chris. And the part you were talking about, I want to add to that is the behind the scenes and what makes it fun for the team still to show up, right? Swift Current isn't the easiest place to get to, but it is drivable for many of your teams. So that is a benefit that saves on some costs. And, for the teams who do have to fly, it's, there are costs that come into it. So you got to have more than just the dollars and the points to show up in towns like this sometimes.
Absolutely.
But this is your hobby too, right, Ryan? It needs to be fun too.
Yes. Yeah, well, winning is fun also, so we're trying to do a little bit more of that these days.
Yeah, you're always trying to find the magic that makes winning work, but if it's a slug and not fun, then it's hard to do it, right?
Absolutely.
You got to find that mix between both, and that's what makes a 4-player curling team a really interesting dynamic. All right.
So quite the end we've got brewing here. It's fairly simple, which Kui would not normally like. He really wants to avoid a blank here, but he's been keeping his rocks separated enough and behind cover that it looks like he's going to come out of this all right.
I don't think this is a terrible position for Team Van Amsterdam, though, either.
Yeah.
Like, would you ever consider playing a nose hit on the high red? Sit top 8, second shot.
Sit second shot.
And then, now, again, here's where you start thinking about patient aggression, right? Like, this might be too passive. This might be a play that gets you forced to 1. And
yeah, you have to make noise on a back red. Not that kind of noise, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, neither of those stones behind the tee line are bad for you if you're Van Amsterdam.
Yep.
And so if the top one's the problem, like, nose hit it, and I love with weight where it keeps the other one behind the tee line as well. Like, move it to the back 12 and sit second shot there and make Kui chase you and hit you on the nose, and then maybe eventually you draw a round in a good position and you try and generate your deuce here. because you're not getting the blank anymore.
Yeah, I think that's what they've got to do. Yeah, they're running out of rocks. They're going to need to make 2 doubles and then another double and roll out to blank if they make that happen. So time to switch gears and try to get that deuce somehow.
If you're Cooey, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's either splitting the house like they're doing here, though they're really trying to go wide. You're almost running out of room in the rings, or you just guard that top 8 rock that Team Van Amsterdam would be keen to hit. Looks like Tyler might have thrown this a little bit safe. It's not going to curl over as much as they need. Don't leave a triple. Very interesting.
I don't think it hurts anything, and it does definitely make it a little bit more complicated. But again, not a dangerous stone for Van Amsterdam, realistically.
Yeah.
So now, how do you use what you got here right now to score 2?
Yeah, I like the idea that they were looking at. I didn't quite see what they settled on, but just kind of rolling into the side of that pile, or at least in front of the back 4 red.
Jason Ginter with the shot. Ooh, needed a kickback to be great, but
yeah,
that angle's not ideal.
Yeah, even if they were up throwing next, it's a tough hit and stay on the red. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, you added to the issue here. Exactly. Even if you were throwing, this isn't nice.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate on that shot. If that had stayed shot, then it gets really interesting, especially because it would have created an angle onto the back red. Mm-hmm. And those are the kinds of things this guess we talked about, right? Where exactly to do that and get it to go there.
But now I think it's safe to say that yellow one's not coming into play. So we might see a freeze on Jeremy's first, have a practice draw to the back 4, and then the same shot once Cooey inevitably picks it out of there. I think for now, Kevin's going to be pretty happy just splitting the house. That's what they've been looking at.
And Kevin has to make sure he prevents an easy double of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely doesn't want this to turn into a blank by the end. So there still has to be some careful consideration as to where these rocks go.
Kevin watching the shot intently as it travels down the ice. They're dragging it, trying to get to sit 3.
Just needs full 8 foot.
Very nice.
It's pretty good. You know what? Another foot deeper would have been ideal because there is the hit and roll to disturb the situation over on the other side.
Yeah, that would be quite something. You gotta really fire this one.
Yeah, you don't need to remove the red, but if you ever could get that red at least to the nose of the yellow, maybe you make things really interesting. Right? Because then you get some angles there. You'd be second shot over there and fourth shot, I think, probably.
Yeah, probably fourth.
But you got to change that angle. You got to disturb that untenable situation.
Yes.
Did Jeremy throw it that hard?
Oh yeah, he really threw it hard on the blank last end.
There we go. Out. Here we go, Jeremy Hardy. Looking for the that's not so good.
He might have thrown it a little bit too hard on that one. Usually he's quite a bit closer on those.
Had he made contact with that red stone that thin, he might have hit the back one and spun up and made a ridiculous triple.
Yeah.
Like paper, top it, and come back up. But man, like he was so close to like the greatest shot that I've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
But still, it's a 0, unfortunately.
My goodness. Close doesn't cut it.
You know what? Those are the chances you got to take, because you know what? That miss doesn't really risk giving up a steal here. He should still have the 4 foot for his point.
He's got a little bit of backing even. He should be able to make it.
Kui's going to make this shot as hard as possible, but worth the risk there for Hardy, and let's see what Kui was going to leave him with. Looks like we lost the overhead there for a moment. There you go. I've got that home camera too, Ryan. All right. What do you think here? There we go. Overhead's back. Nice work.
Well, that in-turn draw is looking pretty easy to me. Pretty easy.
That's what you got to be thinking as a skip. Throwing that last rock, that's your bread and butter.
And it's good practice for the last end. If you need to make a key draw.
Yeah. What do they always say, Ryan? Fake it till you make it, right?
Yes.
You just got to keep going for it. That's how you get better at doing it. It's the only way.
Yep. There is no substitute for experience.
Absolutely. So he is going for the draw in the end here then, you think?
I certainly hope so with where that broom is.
Yeah, seems like it's the draw. He's got some room there for error, like a little rub off the front is not, could still stick around in the 4. Obviously, playing to the backing with the sweeping is also a potential option here. But throw the right weight.
Looking pretty close there. Parker and Jason going hard on this.
Yeah, looking pretty good.
quite heavy actually, but they've got the backing.
Yeah, you kind of like you figure out where you're at with the sweeping and then finish the shot, right? You got a window of spaces to be, and Jeremy Hardy is into the 4 foot for a point. Van Amsterdam leads 6-5, headed to the final end. The classic battle scenario. Kui down 1 with hammer, needing 2 to win here. Quarterfinals at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. We'll be right back.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan. Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
One of the games. And we are back here. All right. I think I got everything mostly done that I needed to there. We have a final in one of the quarterfinals. I don't know what the result was. I don't know if you saw, Ryan. McEwen and Mowat is done.
Yes, Mowat got 2 in the 7th end to win 7-3 over Mike McEwen.
Okay. You know what? That's a good run for McEwen to get into the playoffs after their struggles in pool play.
Yeah.
So, to get into the playoffs, they were the 16th ranked team into the qualifying component of the event. A format that we're trying to bridge the gap between a pool play event and a triple knockout. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because everybody hates playing pools when... Man, in a format like this with pools of 5, there are 3-1 teams who will potentially miss the playoffs because of shootout. If we don't have a tiebreaker round, it comes down to shootout, and then don't have enough playoff spots. And you know what? You as an event organizer, you really hate sending teams home with nothing for 1 loss.
Yep.
It sucks, and for the team, the one who has to go through it, you played good enough to make the playoffs. So, you really want to avoid that. So, doing pools is a way to control the number of games because a lot of teams playing this weekend are going to the Grand Slam event next weekend in Saskatoon and Martinsville. So the Tier 2 event is playing in Martinsville next weekend. So there's 32 of the best teams in the world playing in Saskatchewan next week, and a bunch of them are here. And doing a triple knockout is a ton more games, but also there's potential to send teams away with having played 10 games on the weekend. And, this is not the event they're coming to be the professionals at. There's not enough money here to waste all your effort on this tournament.
and the winner of the Tier 2 event, if I remember correctly, gets into the next slam. Is that correct, Jerry?
I don't think they're doing that anymore because it's a regular. The change is that it's now they're doing a bunch of Tier 2 events. So they're investing in having something in the community that's Tier 2 that teams can play in. There's very good prize money. Like, I think it's something still around a $50,000 prize purse, and there are no other events where you play for $50,000 where the top 16 teams are not in that tournament, right? So it's a juicy tournament for anybody who's invited to it, because the tournaments of that value that, you know, teams like yourself play for usually have some really good teams in them, right? The teams some Grand Slam teams. So this is an opportunity, you know. So so it's great to see more of those events in the markets. There was one in London this year. They did a U25, U15 event in Beaumont that we did the streaming for. Great support from the local committee in Beaumont to put productions together for that. And then we've got Martinsville next week, which is a curling stadium facility, and we'll be streaming the Tier 2 there too. So we've put together a production schedule for that, and the plan is to put that all out on YouTube. And, you know, maybe Ryan, I can't remember if you're playing in the event because I don't put all the names in anymore, but
unfortunately not.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Next year.
I know. Yeah, I know you guys are in the mix for this, and you've been to a slam before, correct?
Yes, we won Red Deer a few years ago and got invited to the Champions Cup.
That's right. So you've had the taste of it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, gave up 5 in the first end when we played Jacobs. They loaded up the house, and boy, they made those angles and freezes perfectly.
Welcome to the show, kid.
Yeah. But we did end up beating Carson Sturmey. That felt good.
Nice. Yeah, it's always an experience for teams. It's one of the things that you now play for, right? Like, you know, your people of your parents' age and grandparents' age were chasing the Brier and the Scotties, and then the Olympics came on board for you know, teams, and now the Grand Slams are a big component of that too. And you know, the growth of Rock League, which is exciting to see. The announcement is coming this week about what it's all supposed to be, I think.
Yeah, that should be very interesting. Yeah, I think I heard Monday or maybe Tuesday. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's all tied to the Grand Slam next week in Saskatoon at the Merlish Belcher Center. That's how you say that. It's going to be exciting to see the best teams back in action after their, you know, Europeans, World, and then the Olympic trials layoffs, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a hangover effect here, and then the Christmas break and play down start for everybody. Everybody's got to regroup for second season.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting it.
There's Tyler Tardy. All right, so the job of Team Cooey is score 2 here.
Clark once again working hard to get it over. Oh, caught in between. They would have loved to line it up, or at least bounce off and leave the slash. This is trouble. Always got that in off though. Well, both in offs.
If you execute this right, they're both gone and you're in a great position.
Yeah.
tight. Ginter can make these shots. It's tight to the guard. It's looking good.
Nice. Well done.
You got a replay of that, don't you? Put a coin in the machine.
Oh, you know it.
Here we go. Big man on campus here, Jason Ginter. Tight to the guard. No fear at all in this team. Makes them both go away. All right, we're back. Cooey can't stop now.
Well, it's an unfortunate result. Both teams not being super precise on all their draws today. We've seen some come up short, some go through the house, and some in between, but just not quite good enough based on the call.
Yeah.
They would have loved that one to be at least second shot, so you could make the in-off for the win. One of those classic Kevin Cooey shots.
I do know, though, however, Van Amsterdam doesn't really like that shot either, Hardy calling the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you can't be happy to have that rock now in a spot like that.
Yeah, it is very usable. You can see enough past the guard to tap it up or do a soft weight run back.
Yeah, Cooey still has 2 in his back pocket yet. Those are the points he needs to score to win the game.
If you can sink another yellow one in there somewhere in front of the yellow on the button, Cooey's got to work some magic on his first shot.
Yeah, your chance of...
He sets something up and keeps the single point alive.
Yeah, your chance of winning this game outright goes up huge if you put this in the right spot. This is where you know, now if you're Van Amsterdam, yeah, I don't like that rock, but okay, let's go. Giddy up. It's go time. All right, here we go. Jeremy Hardy throwing 4 stones this week. Skip. Team Van Amsterdam. Down the last 2 stones here. Quarterfinals. Jason Ginter, Parker Conshu on the brushes. Glenn Van Ant stand in for Evan this weekend. In the house. Places that stone right down in front. What do you think, Ryan? That's pretty damn good.
It's good, but against Team Cooey, I think it might be a little too good. They queued up the triple off of on the overhead camera, the left yellow. You plant it onto the top 4 yellow. Both yellows are gone. You're sitting 1 buried.
I think you can in off either of those triples.
Either. Yeah, true.
Left or right. Like, oh boy. That's not...
Yeah, even the really wide one, you can roll in. It's tight past the other one, but you could probably roll right onto the pin also.
Buried.
Yep.
First buried, and third needing 2.
Yeah, I know they were talking about putting that yellow top 8 so that it choked off the run back on the top 12 red and also the path going down to that yellow.
Yeah, this is the fear Kevin Cooey puts into teams.
Yeah.
It is a knee knocker to beat this guy. Or rarely is it not a knee knocker, I should say.
Yep. So normally, at almost any level, you'd be pretty happy to put a rock top button buried. But let's see if Kevin Cooey has anything to say about this position. Just lining it up, visualizing the shot. Oh, the big back swing, and here comes Kevin. Playing the out turn.
Which one are we going to get here, Ryan?
Oh, he's got to go for a piece. Oh! So close. So close to making all three of them fly.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than it was.
Better than it was. I think you still got a chance to score one to get to an extra end here. But you know what? Sometimes you got to push your chips all in, and that time it didn't work.
Yeah, don't come down to the 4-foot again. You'll leave the out-turn triple for the win. Don't do it. Don't you dare.
This is Jeremy going back to the hack. Don't be deep. Don't be deep. Don't be deep.
Yep.
Don't be deep. Don't be deep. You slide heavy. You deep. Damn.
Pretty much.
You gotta, yeah. This is where all that sports psychology gobbledygook stuff all comes into play, right? You gotta make sure that you're set and you're ready and you're gonna make that shot. Don't do that.
Because when you say don't be heavy, your brain hears heavy.
Absolutely.
So that's what you do, or you do too much. You throw a guard, and Kevin Cooey makes the easier double for two.
So let's see what Jeremy Hardy has here. The guys are on it. Follow the line. This is getting caught in between. Oh, no.
Oh.
Like, there's the nerves. It comes deep. There's a in-off triple.
Yeah, if he wants to take it on, this like how you were talking about earlier, Jerry. This is where you have to talk about the odds. Like, what are the odds of us winning in the extra end? What are the odds of me making the triple versus just drawing to the button or a little tap and roll to the button?
So a big question here comes into play. Has Van Amsterdam had some success against Cooey before? Have they won? This was the final of last year's Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. And, Cooey ended up winning that. So, this is a rivalry game for Van Amsterdam for sure. This is the underdog, the kids coming up. You got to go through the big dog if you want to be the champion.
Yep.
So these games are always fun to see on tour, right? We don't see a lot of the season with what goes on. And, it's always fun to be able to cover events like this where, Kevin Cooey and Team Van Amsterdam are dropping into a random curling club in a town of like 25,000 people in the middle of the prairies and the minus 20s. in the middle of winter to do this. So,
but still a packed house. You can see a small subset of the fans who are at the Swift Current Curling Club this week. There's been a great show of support from everyone in Swift Current and the surrounding area.
Yeah, it's great to see how people show up for this event. All right, Kevin Cooey, last rock here. Does he have a little more magic? In, off. Oh! You could not miss that any closer either way. Wow.
Goodness gracious, what a great try. He hit a tiny piece of that rock. So close.
Just needed a tiny whisker more. Hit the top one, catch the back one, scored 2. But if Amsterdam holds on for the win, it was some more points, I think, to the young guys.
They got another 1 point, yeah.
The young guys keep showing some mettle. Anyways, we're going to get out of here. We've got mixed doubles Super Series coverage from this weekend. We're going to kick you over to. I hope you stick around and enjoy. For Ryan Jakes on the buttons, I'm Jerry Gertz, cameras and commentary. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back with the semifinals shortly from Swift Current. Thanks again.